Every time that we gather, virtually or in person, we commit ourselves to being a safe place for you, for your loved ones, for your children or your parents, for your hopes and for your hurts. It is our intent to be community with you, to love you as you are. We are not all the same, and we not only acknowledge that, but we celebrate the fact that we don't all vote the same way or have the same ways of speaking about God or Jesus, but we are always learning how to love each other, even when we disagree, even when we've been wrong or wronged. The land upon which Jubilee Church sits was home, comfort, and faith to many First Nations peoples, including the Petun, Wendat, Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Mississauga of the Credit. Toronto is part of a vast territory from Quebec through Ontario, Michigan, and Ohio, all around the Great Lakes, covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. This agreement recognized that this land has enough space and resources to sustain many peoples, many nations. When settlers were invited into this agreement, they did not honor the simple premise to take only what you need, leave some for others, and keep it clean. Instead, they divided the land into distinct properties and moved people into restricted areas. We recognize that there is history, wisdom, and spirit that transcends borders below our feet. We acknowledge that European settlers came with an intent to colonize and not to cooperate, and to that end, Indigenous peoples have been under attack from that time to this day. We commit ourselves to reconciling with our Indigenous siblings and living on this land with respect for the wisdom and love for the people who have been here for thousands of years and are here now.
We acknowledge our past with the 2S LGBTQ2+ communities. That is, two-spirited, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and others. Those who identify with binary and non-binary terms of reference. We acknowledge a past of suspicion and exclusion at best, violence and rejection all too often. The Church has often refused to honor our siblings for who they are, to know them as they deserve to be known. We are all created in God's image, meant and empowered to reveal and receive love. As an affirming community, we seek resurrection together. Jubilee is intentionally anti-racist, which means that we are striving to let go of colonial perspectives and privileges that deny the wisdom, witness, and full participation of diverse peoples. Black lives, Asian lives, so many lives that have been misrepresented, targeted, or ignored by those in positions of power. We intentionally stand with anybody who's been told that they don't belong. We lament our role in allowing racism to go unchecked, and we commit ourselves to equity. That is the true hope of equal opportunity, voice, and dignity for all people. We strive to see with God's eyes, all people revealing God's love and diversity, and we commit ourselves to speaking with Jesus' voice and saying the names of those who are too often ignored. We are a great intersection of experience, privilege, perspective, struggle, and hope. We are not the same, and yet here we are virtually together.
Many paths have led to this place and this moment. However you come to be here, welcome. We are all God's children, together.